Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister and my brother Sean Ali of Supreme Health and Wellness. We're coming on for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour. So, as you all come in, go ahead and share the video. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum, brother Sean. How are
Wa
you?
alaikum assalam. All is well.
Praise be to
I
Allah
figured
and
it out.
happy Savior's Day.
Same to you. I figured out the volume thing. Man, yeah, I
You
figured it out.
okay, you got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
yeah, I'm
Praise
good.
be
We're
to
good. We're
Allah.
good. Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Reading is
All
fundamental.
right. All right. So our topic today is being healthy in 2024. Being healthy in 2024. So let's go ahead and get into it. Brother Sean, being healthy, what is that all about?
Man, that's a good question. Huh?
Right.
That's the $1 million health question everybody's looking for, I guess.
Yes, the $64 million question.
Yeah. And that's because I guess it depends on what a person wants, what they're looking for, because
Right.
everybody's definitely not looking for the same thing, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah, some people just want a beach body or whatever, and get their sexy back, and that's it's just we focus so much on the arms and legs, but we don't never like focus on the things that keep us here, that actually keep us here.
Right.
The heart. That's the number one cause of death is heart disease, heart problems. So it's like when we're looking at being healthy 2024, yes, size matters because you cannot be obese and healthy. That's just scientifically, medically impossible. You can be obese and beautiful, obese and athletic, obese and flexible, but we cannot be obese and healthy, right?
Healthy.
So just like being too muscular, you can't, that's overweight. You can't be malnutrition and be healthy. So you can't be too
Right.
underweight, you
Underweight,
know.
overweight.
Right,
Right.
right. So there's different things that fit into what healthy is, but it's not a lot of things. But we can be so many things and we can do these things well. I can see a big person doing yoga, doing athletics, doing splits, doing car. We can see unhealthy people doing things so well, we forget that the unhealthy part. Because when they go see their doctor is telling them lose weight. Man or woman. I'm not. This is not gender. I said an overweight, obese person. I'm not picking no genders. So I'm not going on the women. I'm not. No, because there's. I know a lot of obese men as well as I do women. Right. So, but we can see, these people do unhealthy people do things well,
Right.
and it could make us blind to the fact that they are unhealthy. You know what I mean? So when we being healthy 2024, we got to go beyond the surface and we have to look at those vital statistics because we can measure those. We don't have to see, we don't need a blood test for that. All we need to go is to Walmart, grab that monitor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got
Pressure
the
monitor. Yes.
yeah, they got the pulse oximeter you could get or go on Amazon, depending on how you shop.
Right.
And because this is what they're going to use to triage you. When you go to the emergency room, when you break yourself, they're going to measure your vitals to see if you're ready to die or not. irregardless to what you told them. It don't matter what you came in, because if one of these numbers is messed up, they gonna rush you right on in. You know, they gonna rush you right on in, and they gonna treat you based on these numbers first. And then when it's time to leave, they're gonna measure these numbers. And if these numbers aren't right, you cannot leave. You can sneak out, but they're not going to discharge you until these numbers become manageable enough where you won't drop dead once you leave out the door. You know, but these are equipments and tools that, like I said, these we can measure the things that are used to measure life. The vital statistics measure our life. Right? Blood pressure, heart rate, your oxygen levels, your temperature, your weight. They met, and the numbers will tell how much life you potentially have left, whether it's a little bit or a lot. The lower the numbers, the more life you potentially have. The higher the numbers, the less life, the less life you potentially have. So, but these are things that we control. And once we get the tools to monitor ourselves, we can know what necessary adjustments to make.
Right.
Oh, I need to slow down. Oh, I need to get up and to do something. Right. So because those that suffer from diabetes, high blood pressure, these are things you can't see them, but you can feel them. Obesity, you can see. Cancer, you can't see unless it's a tumor on your skin or something. But these are things you feel, and this is what you go to the hospital to describe what you're feeling. And they try to find a physical symptom to what you're describing. But we can't see high blood pressure and diabetes and insulin problems. We feel those. And if we talk to a person that's experiencing those imbalances, usually it's lightheadedness. They can feel when it's coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to eat something. They can feel. So when you measure your numbers and you see them, you can know how to adjust your life. I need to slow down. I'm pushing myself too much. Oh man, I need to get up, move, man. My numbers is wrong. I got a corpse number.
So, Brother Rodney, he asked, so can a person be too muscular?
Yes, that's overweight. Oh, it's overweight and obesity. Obesity is from fat. Overweight is from muscles and or fat. Because yes, you can. Yes, you can. I've experienced that. I had my crazy self. I'm naturally 150 to 160, right? In my early 30s, mid 30s, I always was in the bodybuilding. Then I got into powerlifting. Then I got into the competitions and stuff like that. So I got myself to an unnatural 200 pounds, even though I know I don't carry fat like that. So it was all muscle, but I never felt so sluggish. So, I was always hot. I wasn't tired, but I was sluggish.
Right.
It felt I could, man, let me get that stuff above me. Your heart problems, because the heart has to work. It has the same effects on the body as obesity, as fat, too much. Mm-hmm. And muscle is dense. So a pound of muscle and a pound of fat is a pound, but the size of them are different. So you can get 2 to 3 pounds of muscle in the same space as 1 pound of fat. So you can be more heavier with muscle than you will be at fat, because muscle is dense. is linked.
Right.
So you can become overweight with muscle faster than you can being overweight with fat.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Almost all them people at the gym with them big biceps, them bulging chests,
Yes.
and every muscle in there. No, oh yeah. You overweight, buddy. You overweight. Yeah. Oh, that's the muscle, the striated muscle. That's what we're mostly comprised out of, because that's what connects the bones. That's what allows us to move. So, and that's where all of the mitochondria, outside of the heart, the mitochondria is where the cells get energy. You got up to 1,500 mitochondria in one cell. So that's an energy factory, man. And they're screaming for food. These cells get hungry. They just like fat cells get hungry, and they will induce you to eat something fatty to feed them. These and so you need a lot of protein. Now you're dealing with ketones, you're dealing with all of this protein buildup. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just as dangerous, just in a different metabolic way.
Right. Wow.
But this is why we're talking about getting healthy 2024, because most people, when they go to exercise, it's to improve a specific body part, whether it's their legs, their butt, their arms, their chest, their
abs.
Right, the abs. I want to unbig my back. What about your heart? Right, but what about your heart? You like the cardiovascular system. That's what keeps us alive, man. Listen to me. You feel me? Like when you come out the womb, all of us, when we come out of the womb, if you don't breathe, medically you aren't alive. You're stillborn. Right?
Right.
So breathing is the act of living. When they check and you don't have a pulse and you aren't breathing anymore, you are medically now dead, clinically dead, right? So this is the system that keeps us alive. So when I go to exercise, when I go to eat, when I go to move, what system should I have in mind first? My cardiovascular system. Because clients call me, hey, Brother Sean, what should I do at the gym? Well, what's the most important piece on your body?
Your heart.
Let's start there. Right? So that's why they tell you to go see your doctor before you start an exercise regime, so they can check your vitals. Go to this is what they say. Because this is all they're checking. Is they gonna hook this machine, boom, check your temperature, check your put the pulse oximeter.
Ask you to breathe, take some deep breaths.
Right, that's it. You get right. So, well, 2024, this is what we want to look at physically for physical health. But we do like mental health. We should be exercising there as well. Emotional health, we should be exercising that as well, because
if the mental isn't working,
it's going to trickle into.
Right. When you said the heart is the, our physical heart is the most important part of our body. And then I thought of our heart, like the seat of our thinking, our mind.
They're connected.
Yeah.
Right. What you think, the heart, it's you remember like the old Westerns, when you wanted to send a message, you would go to the telegraph and they would hit the thing, and it would go to the other end. The guy's listening. He's listening. That's so your brain, your thoughts is sending it. It's going to the heart. So if you in love and you happy, your heart is boom, 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 boom. Because you got that oxytocin, you got those
Right.
endorphins, you got that adrenaline, you boom, 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 boom. And this is the electrical input of love is high. So the heart is, if you're nervous, the heart is boom, 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 boom. It's great,
Yes.
right? If you're angry, the heart is boom, 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 right? So the thought is like that telegraph to the heart, because the heart is ready to tell your body how to support you. Because movement needs oxygen and energy. The heart controls that, because the arteries is where the oxygen and energy is flowing in. The heart controls that. When you breathe in, it goes straight to the heart. The lungs and the heart is connected to the heart, right? So when we have that thought, the heart is ready to tell the body. It's the conductor of the orchestra to tell the body what to do. When you produce the hormones, it's pumped in the arteries.
Right.
It's controlled by the heart.
That's it.
Hey, man. Right. But even with the oils, like, okay, we can't control the triggering.
Right.
That's why when you have mental health, you try to, when you journal, part of journaling should be when I discover my trigger, I write it down. Okay, bam. At 2 o'clock, man, somebody cut me off and I boom. So road rage is a potential trigger when I'm driving. So now I know this. Okay, so now I got a drive coming up. Let me get my diffuser. Let me find out what essential oils are, because I shouldn't have to take and put something in me to control me. I can use my environment because I smell, I hear, I see, and I'm being touched. So once the energy, I come in contact with that energy, the laws of physics say energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred and transformed. So now once that energy is inside of me, it's mine, man. See, it's mine. Just like that car cut me off and I became, okay, now I know I can get power but I know I can get power from my sight. I just need to control the outlet of this power, because somebody cut me off and I saw them and I got all of this energy. So, okay, vision brings me energy.
Right.
See, now let me exercise, because I control my vision, man. I control these eyes, man. See, these are muscles. They contract when I make them contract. When I go to focus, what's that? Oh, see, I'm focused. See, I'm making the muscles contract. Boom.
Contract.
So now I set the stage. I practice. Everything that I look at gives me power. I don't have to go to the angry frequency for my vision to empower me. I can train my eyes that everything I see, boom, so I don't never want to close my eyes. I'm looking at everything like a baby, just like a baby. That's why a baby is, because they're getting energy from their vision.
Right.
They don't know what these colors are, what these shapes are. Man, they just, because they're getting energized. They hear something. What? They hear you ruffling in the kitchen. Oh,
right.
Daddy in here, and the little Debbie's, they in that
Their senses are heightened.
We just dull it because we don't practice it.
Right.
We practice getting my arms big. See, I go to the gym. We exercise. We do, see, this is Getting Healthy 2024, right? See, so we want to get down, go to the root of what health and wellness really is, right? And this is we got mental health, physical health, emotional health. But you get those, your diffuser, you set the stage, right? You get any things that get your visual, crystals. I mean, these are just because we're exercising. So I want to train it with things that are positive.
Right.
Because I know what the negative can do. I know what the negative. I'm the hawk. I want the hawk, but I don't want it from a negative perspective.
Right.
Yeah, I still want to hide, but I want to do it in a positive fashion.
Positive. Yeah. Right. Passionate. Positively passionate.
Like when you listen to the minister and he hit that, and you, yes, sir.
Yes, and Brother Rodney, he made this point, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "How to eat to live is of no effect unless you think the right thoughts."
Yep.
Absolutely.
He said, "Some of y'all write me
of no effect."
He said, "Some of y'all write me and say y'all not getting the same results that I said." And he said, "Because you're eating the wrong mental food. You're eating that wrong mental food."
Right.
So because if the only way I know how to get power is from a negative perspective, guess what I'm going to feed on?
Negative.
Because I don't know. I'm not exercising. I know what anger does. See, y'all better don't piss me off. Don't get on my last seat. I know what I don't know how to get it from nowhere else. Because I haven't trained my eyes to accept the fact that everything that you're looking at is energy. It's just atoms in motion. I can't see the atoms individually, but the sum product is just atoms in motion. It's a bundle of energy created by God, a God, some God. So everything that I'm looking at is potentially positive, empowering energy. I just need to change my perspective, because I know if I look at a snake, I'm going to run faster than I've ever ran in my life because I'm scared of snakes. It could be a branch. I think it's a snake. I'm wrong, brother. Sean, out of here, buddy. But I'm just saying. Yeah. So I know my vision can empower me, but I don't want it just stuck on things that are negative or potentially on that scale, because I can look at a tree and it should empower me, just like if I see a snake.
Oh no.
That's what
on the snake part. I'm gone.
But that's what. So if I see the tree, which is from the same source as the snake, it's only atoms. So looking at
things
this
specific,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna still run on the snake. Oh yeah, I ain't saying. Oh yeah, I'm not playing that game. I'm saying that I know you're right. I'm saying just like a spider, I'm not playing that game either. You know, certain things, I'm just not. My body, I'm in fight or flight.
Right.
And I'm on the flight side, not the fight side. Right. But most people in those cases, they will move faster than they've moved in a long time. Because that's what fight or flight does. It gives you that jolt of energy. And you be like, man, whoo, I ain't ran that.
Like a reflex.
Yeah. But so if I train my body, just like if I hear something, make me jump, I should be able to hear something that, hey, say that again. Do that. You know, I should be able to, it's my hearing. It's mine. It's going to my brain. It ain't coming to your, so I should be able to train my brain when I'm receiving this information, because it's called the effector neurons, AFFECTOR, effector. Those are the receiving neurons on the nervous system. And they have an effect on the body. When we send a thought, that's the effector neurons, EFFECTOR. It has an effect on the body. So this is something we can't stop, because this is how we are built. But we can exercise ourselves to control it and manage it.
Right. Like rising above emotions.
The essential oils help, because they help keep you in a state of, it helps to keep you out of fight or flight. Because if we under the autonomic nervous system, that means we aren't in charge. So we have the autonomic and the parasympathetic. The autonomic is autopilot. We aren't in charge. So the body, we are under that effect. Right. So to break that, right, but it's only a few things that can immediately break that. Outside of the essential oils, the fastest thing is if you could smack somebody. Bow. Boom. Hey man, you know what I mean? You smack them out of it. The essential sis. Tell them about them essential oils, sis, man. Hey.
Yes. 22 seconds. This is what cedarwood goes to that limbic system of your brain. Just take the top off and inhale a few times, and it will immediately, because you can't have two things can't occupy the same space at the same time.
Come on.
You can't smell something that smells, oh, this smells good, and then still be angry or still frown. So you see how I'm smiling every time I take a deep breath of this.
Yes.
Yes, that's what it does. It stops that thought or that emotion that you're experiencing. And it doesn't take long. 22 seconds. And cedarwood good. Cedarwood is good. It is good. Cedarwood helps you to feel, it's from a tree. So oils that come from trees and roots and things of that nature, it helps you to feel grounded and stable and strong and courageous. We have just by inhaling. And it's also good. It's calming as well. And it stimulates your pineal gland to produce melatonin. So if you have trouble sleeping at night, it will produce that melatonin naturally, reset your circadian rhythm, so you'll start getting a good night's sleep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I got a blend. I use, well, you remember that rosemary picture I sent you, right?
Yes.
That's the first time I've had rosemary essential oil.
Really?
So that's why I was excited, because I was like, I've never had the opportunity to have it. Having the blend, I never really looked for it, but I never saw it, and they had it that day, and that was the last bottle. I was like, man, it was meant for me to get. It was meant for me to go get that last bottle of rosemary. But I use it. I use that lavender, the eucalyptus, and sometimes I use like a orange or something, like or peppermint. But that's usually my night blend. I never thought about cedar. I got cedarwood. I never knew. See, okay. Oh, that's in my blend now. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, cedarwood's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And see, that's where things like this is how we be proactive. We hear that proactive. And most people that went to a doctor or you seen anything medical, we heard that word being proactive, right? And preventative is better than trying to solve something. So when we're looking at being proactive with our health and wellness and being preventative with our health and wellness, these are little simple things. Like if you have your environment cleansed and being filled up with these molecules, these healthy molecules. Like Sister said, you can't be angry and then you being induced to be happy. Right. They inducing you to be happy. It's manipulating your brain to be happy.
That's right. Oh, and I wanted to mention about rosemary, because you brought that up. Rosemary is good for cognitive function. It helps to clear that brain fog, give you that mental clarity, helps with your memory. So yes, that's one you want to add, especially if you're getting up there in age and your memory is like you looking for your keys and they in your hand.
Yeah. Glasses on your forehead. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Woo! Hey, I'm in there. You know, I'm in there. I mean, you know, I ain't afraid.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I just have an order of operations. I'm working on my heart, my cardiovascular system, my respiratory system, my digestive system, and then I can go on to the outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't really, I know that maybe I could do some whatever, you know, exfoliating and probably get better skin. That's cool. But I need to make sure I got the time to live first.
Right.
You know, and like that's why we started the show with the vitals, because like I said, if you go see any healthcare practitioner, that's the first thing they check is your vitals. You're gonna come in, whether it's your regular doctor or the emergency room. That nurse comes in, check your vitals. Hey, knock. Yeah, I just came check your vitals real quick. It's not the person that's treating you, but they need to know how alive you are.
Right.
See, that's what that's
they working with.
Yeah. You got another oil for this? You said the cedarwood.
Yes, cedarwood. We mentioned rosemary. Another good one is lemon. Lemon essential oils, cleansing.
Yeah.
It's also good for mental clarity, uplift your mood, natural antidepressants, anti-anxiety. That's a lot of that, going around.
Yes.
People having a hard time dealing with their emotions as far as anxiety. Lemon is good for that.
And see, we dealing with, like we said, we dealing with the stress response. See, we got to understand these things, fam. How and if you don't go to a mental health professional, then you probably don't get a lot of conversation about it. Because if you go to a medical doctor, they're not going to talk mental health. They'll recommend and refer you to a mental health practitioner, but that's not their field. And they could get sued or in trouble if they go into different stuff that they're not licensed or supposed to. So as us regular people, we got to understand who we go to is going to determine the answer that we get. Right. So this is where our due diligence comes in at. This is where the second opinion comes in at, and these type of things that they tell us to do when it comes to our health and wellness. Because if you don't know what those initials on the end of their name means, then you might not understand why they are recommending what they are recommending, or you are getting that type of diagnosis or treatment from them. So like with us, me and Sister Denise, we're holistic based. So it's based on your body is supposed to be taking care of these things.
Right.
So if it's not because your body can't, it's usually because you're in the way. When we look at how we get in the way, stress is there. An obese person, stress eating. You know what I mean? Like these things that these big people with too much muscles, that's stress exercise. They in that joint, no pain, no gain. They in there filling their body up with lactate acid, breaking it. Man, that's stress. They're putting themselves in the stress response. They just have a different outlet. But stress is, you're at the doctor stressed out, waiting at the doctor's. You're at your car and your commute stress. Stress is a significant factor. And if you can't always see the damage.
Yeah, it could come from a thought.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't always see it. You don't always see what it's doing. You might not always feel it because one of the factors is called the silent killer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That it's no symptoms to that. You just drop dead, buddy. You know what I mean? Like it ain't. That's why they call it the silent killer. You know, so there's some factors that we can't feel or see until it hits us.
It's too late.
And
the body will make you shut down.
A stroke, a seizure. These are heart attack, cardiac arrest. These are things, sudden things. There's no time, you couldn't predict them.
Right.
Knowing our vitals, like I said, knowing these things, they allow us to make the necessary adjustments to control the factors that are responsible for keeping us alive. That's it. Because if you know that you control your blood pressure, your heart rate, your oxygen. These are so if we control them. If you are not purposely controlling them, that's probably why you're suffering.
Wow.
Because the body is made for you to purposely control it.
I gotta know how to do it.
Hey, you can stop. You will breathe, and your body will breathe to keep you alive. But that's not healthy breathing. You have to purposely move your abs and your obliques to move your diaphragm to fill your lungs all the way up. You have to purposely push your obliques and abs in to push the diaphragm up to purposely exhale and deflate the lungs all the way. If not, you are not breathing properly.
Right. Being intentional about your breathing.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. So the body will breathe on its own, but that's not healthy breathing. To healthily breathe, you have to do it on purpose.
Control it, right.
If you aren't controlling everything else on purpose, that might be why you are in the condition. Right?
Yes, sir.
Them oils, they break she just told you. She just gave us 3. That will set your mind free so you can, because when you're not purposefully breathing, guess how you breathe it? You hold your breath, you like,
panting.
Oh shit! Whoo. Then you gotta, because you might be doing something. Hold your breath.
I almost passed out. Let me tell you.
I do it. I'm describing me, y'all, not y'all. I'm describing me. Or you moving and you breathing like, then I go, oh shit, let me close my mouth.
Right.
So I gotta remind myself to purposely, because yes, you will breathe. But to breathe healthy, you have to breathe on purpose. It's called conscious breathing.
Conscious breathing, right.
Conscious breathing.
Sister Tracy says, beautiful. Sister Amanda, all praises due to Allah. Excellent platform. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you all for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you.
We
You
sure
have
do.
any questions? Put them in the comments.
Yes, we are an open platform. Please ask your. We love questions.
Right.
we love. We'll pay for your questions. Yeah, the best question. Oh, we got an award for the
Right.
best question asked. Oh, we should start that, man. We got some books and
Yes.
we got some
Of
material that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a giveaway on our
Yeah.
next show.
Yeah. Praise be to Allah.
Whoever comes with the most questions.
Yeah. Because we love y'all. I mean, we
That'd
we
be
don't
awesome.
care about the size. We do our thing regardless, of who
Right.
shows up. We definitely appreciate everybody that does, but we're not a number-based show. We just we're excited to give out what we know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because we excited.
Yeah.
We know we gonna have a good show. So when we're in Sis Talk, we know our show is gonna be. We don't know how good it's gonna be, how much fun that's
right. We don't rehearse these. We come up with a topic and it's organic.
Yeah. After the show, be like, man, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah.
Yes. She says you both are making it very clear. Thank you, sis. Praise be to Allah.
It is clear. We're not product driven. So I don't have to lead you up to a point, and now to get to the next point, you got to buy something. So right. I don't mind giving you, we don't mind giving you the solution up front. Like, because right. We're not product driven. Yes, we do have products that we promote, and we would love for you guys to come and shop with us. But this is not a product driven, so we don't have to hide any particular information from our audience to make you try to buy it. To hustle you into buy it. Nah, we love y'all, man. Shoot, we all we got. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, all we got.
It's the power hour. This is the power hour.
Yes.
And we live it. See, a lot of these, I don't know what we are, commentators, podcasters, talkers, whatever. They're not living. They just maybe have something interesting to say, which is great. But we practice what we preach. So we're not just, and we're not really talking about other people's things. We discover and come up with our own therapies and solutions. So a lot of this is very, like Sis said, organic and authentic, because we are giving you guys ours. So our excitement comes from what we spend our hard work to learn and discover and to bring and to present. We're not repeating nobody else's stuff. So right. This is our Black excellence for you guys. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. She asks, Sister Amanda asks, how can we see the list of products? Is there a website? Yes, I do have a website. Brother Sean has books.
Yeah, I don't have a website though.
Right. His books are on Amazon. My books are on Amazon, but I'll put the link. Sister Gina Tay, that's Layla's teacher, Sister
Uh-oh.
Gina Tay. Happy Savior's Day with Stepping Stones Online Academy. Praise be to Allah. Yes,
Yeah.
I will put my link up, put in the comments as well. What is the fastest way to lower cholesterol?
Stop eating the stuff that raises it. That's it. Because cholesterol is not a dietary need. So that's where the problem of cholesterol comes in at, because it's not something that our body needs for us to eat. So when we eat it, it automatically impacts it. But the only way we can dietarily consume cholesterol is from animal meats and products. So you would have to limit your animal meats and products, and how do you get something out of your body? You defecate, urinate, sweat, or exhale, or vomit. So that's the exit out of the body, right? So now you have to cause your body to get rid of this material. Exercise is free, because once I put myself in a state of exercise, it's like you activate autophagy, because now you're creating an energy material deficit, because your body is using energy, using material to support that exercise. So at the end of it, if I limit what I eat, my body will use the material that's already inside of it. It starts with the unwanted material first, just like with fasting, right? So because it's only so many ways that something can leave my body. You feel me? So, but I have to control the intake, because if I'm still eating it, I can't control it. I either have to stop eating it or not, if that makes sense. That's how I approach it. I mean, somebody else might try to give you, take this, take that. I mean, it's not a dietary need. If you eat it, your body doesn't need it. It is coming from a source that the body is rejecting, which is animal meats and products. So that's the body is communicating. It's saying that's a part of the negative feedback loop, what we experience, because that's what's coming from the body. So it is the communication tells you what to do.
Awesome. She said, thank you. Sister Tracy.
More than welcome. I mean, because like I said, depending on who you ask that question to and what they study, you might get a similar answer or a completely different answer. And that's not saying somebody's right or wrong. It's just what we study to get us up to the answer. That's it. You know what I mean? So I'm not food based. I'm not it's because your body is designed to fix itself. It tells you what to do. Or us what to do.
Right. Sister Gina Tay says, I have started steaming my veggies with a little water. Baking and steaming makes me feel so much better energy-wise. What about balancing a better diet? My issue is always either wanting something sweet or something salty. Help. I feel you on that one.
That's not bad. I mean, glucose is it's only two elements to energy. That's oxygen and glucose. Glucose is a simple sugar. You always so that's an energy factor. Salt is a electrical part of the how we conduct electricity. So if you're low on either one, your body is going to signal. Remember, what we get is a part of the negative feedback loop. What we do is the positive. And everything we do under the positive feedback loop, it pushes us away from homeostasis. What we feel is the negative feedback loop, the signals from the body telling us what to do to get back to homeostasis. So if I push myself past using my salt intake and my glucose levels, I'm going to get a signal to eat it. Now, if I'm not eating the right foods, I don't turn that signal off. So I might eat sugar or a piece of candy or this, and that's just manipulating the signal, because glucose is sunlight. So the more photosynthesis turns the sunlight into glucose. So my levels of energy is direct for original people, is tied to the sunlight, because that's where the glucose is coming from. So when we look at Being Healthy 2024, the 15 minutes of sunlight is recommended for light-skinned Caucasian people. The darker you are, the more sunlight you need, because melanin blocks the sun rays. So that's when you're looking at your answer, how much sunlight are you getting? Because that's your body's first source. Your body wants you to get sunlight first.
Right.
So, and if you're not,
that as you were talking,
right,
need more sunlight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if now look at the scenario. Okay, I don't go out and I don't sunbathe, so I'm not getting that supply of the element that creates glucose, right? So where else can I get it from but a food source?
Right.
So now I become food dependent because I'm not feeding it from the first source, like vitamin D. If you Google vitamin D right now, it will say your body is recommended that you get 90% of your daily vitamin intake from the sun touching your skin. It will tell you that your body can only support you eating 10% of your vitamin D intake. But if you don't go out in the sun and you're vitamin D deficient, you can only get it from a food source. So we make ourselves, because we're changing our chemistry, we're changing our biology with our lifestyle.
Right.
Right.
And Sis says she works online, so she's definitely inside about 98% of the time. Right. So that's what she needs, more sunlight.
Start there. See, and that will tell you, because if you have a list of things that I know I'm not doing that I should do, that's where we start at. We don't start, if we're trying to get healthy, I know I need to exercise. I know I'm not getting, okay, I start there. I know I'm not getting enough sunlight. Okay, I start there. I know I'm not sleeping right. Okay, so the things that we know we should be doing, that we know we aren't doing as we should, that's where we start at, because that's where our damage is coming from.
Right. Praise be to Allah.
Praise, if that makes sense. I'm not praise. You know. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Makes sense to me.
Because they got us thinking, if you don't go out in the sun, you can go to the store and buy some vitamin D pills and pop them joints, and you good. But like I said, a simple Google search would tell you where your vitamin. So if that's vitamin D, vitamin C, almost, if you look up vitamin C, you're going to see a citrus, right? More times,
right,
you're going to see, and it looks just like a ball of sun, right? Don't the citrus look?
Yes, an orange, a lemon.
So guess where the vitamin C come from?
The sun.
Vitamin K, dark leafy green vegetables. That's chlorophyll. Where's the chlorophyll come from? That's sunlight makes them dark leafy green vegetables. Go out in the sea. So when we're looking, a lot of the elements that we need, the plant is just a vehicle. So it's either being fed from the sun, or it's extracting out of the earth with the roots. Calcium, iron, magnesium, manganese. These are earth-based. So the roots, that's why they say plants with deep roots, they can go down and pull out and extract more nutrients. Okay, the plant is just a vehicle. You can amend soil to put something in the plant. Add calcium, add phosphorus, add this, add nitrogen, and you can see the effect in the plant. So the plant is just a vehicle. When we go outside and we get it from the source that the plant gets. Now remember, we created the sun to feed us.
Everything is here to serve man.
Hey man, before we even open our mouth to think about eating, we had the power source of the sun, because that was we ain't need nothing else.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Latif says, all praise is due to Allah. Start from where you are and acknowledge it. That's right.
Yes. Those are the things. Just your doctor is telling
Sister Jean says Sister Jean says, it really does, because I was really eating the heck out of them vitamin D supplements.
And guess where that's from? Lanolin. Lanolin. Lanolin is the fat of sheep's wool. Because now, when the sunlight hits your skin, under the layer of skin, that epidermis, we have a layer of fat, subcutaneous fat, that cushions and it is energy. So when the sunlight hits that skin, it energizes that layer of fat, and it creates cholecalciferol, which travels in the bloodstream to the liver and is transformed into vitamin D3. So the sheep, the same thing happens in the animals. They found that the fat of the sheep is the best source that they can harvest vitamin D from, and they call it lanolin. So vitamin D3, you have vitamin D2, which is plant-based, and vitamin D3, which is what our bodies make. That's animal-based. So popping them things, you eating sheep fat wool.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
You ain't even eating the lamb meat. You eat the fat of them. You eating the woo, right? And if you look at the picture, they gonna show you. Oh, Google, man, Google it.
Sis put up the big eyes, Brother Sean.
Google that lanolin, man. I tell you. But see, that's not for us, because we don't have melanin protects us. Vitamin, or the UVB ray, is where vitamin D comes from. But in the UVA ray is the ray, both of them are potentially harmful. But our melanin protects us from the harm. See, but it makes us need more, because it's blocking some of it. So you got to stay out there longer than non-melanated people. That's why the slaves could be out there all day, healed and working, and because they getting fed by the sun.
Wow. Yes, sir.
White people know this. That's why they let us come inside, because we were free. They couldn't have all these strong Negroes and nigglets running around here. These Amazon queens and the Mandingos. Nah, so they had to break us physically. So all right, we keep them inside. We know the Superman, the sun is Superman's power source, and he's a Caucasian, and the sun kills Caucasian. So we know it wasn't the Caucasian Superman that they was talking about. It was the black Superman.
Black man. That's
right. So they took us out of it, gave us these nice inside jobs, right? Away from the sun. Man, and now we render ourselves powerless. Now the brain don't work.
Right. We're cutting off everything we need, even with putting shoes on, not being able to, go outside and ground your feet into the earth and get that energy.
And the form, yeah, that's next show. Yeah,
that's another topic. Right.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, tune in, man, because these are the type of, for our first time guests, these are the type of topics that we like to explore, and go into, because like I said, it's about life and death, health and wellness, and we want to be real, man. For ourselves, because we contact each other just off of what we're studying or just to help each other, so it's like we're always striving to better ourselves and help better our people. Like that's our goal here.
Praise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brother Latif says he really didn't realize how much we needed the sun until COVID hit.
Oh, man.
That's something.
And it still got us tricked, because I got Black people telling me they alert that, man, that's
yeah.
And that's cool. I don't, everybody doesn't want to live the same amount of time. Everybody doesn't have the same health goals. And as a healthcare practitioner, I make sure that it's your goals that we are achieving, regardless to what I may know or what I may be able to do with you. So if you're happy, I'm excited. So, but if you want to extend your life, if you want to get healthier, if you want to improve your quality of life, the power, man, this is a duo right here. We got a combination, some science, some products, that can help us to get our stuff together. And, Sister Denise with the finances, the credit report, not just the oils, so we together, like I said, we got a combination of mental, spiritual, physical, financial. Yeah, man.
Sister Gina Tay says, Allah knew I needed this call. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. And that's the change. Start with the things that I know I need to do, but I'm not doing, or I'm not doing all the way. That's where we start. That's the realistic approach to health and wellness, because that's where your weak spot. That's where, if you go through anything, we can blame COVID, but COVID, when we look at COVID wasn't killing people. It was the morbidities and the pre-existing conditions that COVID was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It just, because your body couldn't handle that as well, right? But I had COVID. My daughter had it.
I had it.
Right. I mean, it wasn't a killer. It would exasperate pre-existing conditions and push you over the edge, but it wasn't a killer like most things. So what we think is killing us and making us unhealthy, we can't feel some of these things that we do to ourselves. High blood pressure, hypertension, we don't feel these things. We could be doing it and it just accumulates to the point where bop, or the weakest point in your body is where you're going to experience something at. Just like with COVID, everybody had different symptoms. The weakest point in your body is where it's going to manifest.
That's right. Brother Latif asks, how can a person who works a lot maintain good health? What do you recommend?
asking yourself how long you want to live first. And then once you figure that out, we can make the necessary adjustments to your lifestyle that will help you to achieve that. Because if you don't know how long you want to live, then and you just living day to day or living your best life, then it doesn't, none of the health and wellness issues would matter, because that's what those are about, getting healthy and living long. So once we understand, okay, I want to live, bam. Okay, what do I need to get there? Okay, I need to breathe a certain way. I need to move a certain way, a certain amount of times a day. It's all number based, just like the vitals are number based, blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen levels. These are number based. I need to move a certain amount of minutes a day. I need to breathe a certain amount of breaths per minute. I need to have a certain amount of heartbeats per minute. I need to go out into the sun a certain amount of minutes per hour. I need to get a certain amount of rest every day. This is things you can't buy. All of this is free. So if we don't get these things, we don't control our life.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So
yes,
not the quality, not how I'm feeling, not how I look, but how long my lifespan is. So, but if I don't know how long I want to live, or if I don't want to live a long time, then stay right. Not you specifically, brother. I'm saying for anybody that's fitting that prescription, just go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. But if you do, that's where the health and that's what will keep you exercising. Because you don't need me to say, hey, brother, get up and exercise. No, the fact that I get up and exercise will help me to live as long as I want to live. That's my motivation. Because I know I'm making my body strong enough to reach this 300 years that I'm going to live. Well, my number, that's my number. So y'all, so when you see my videos and everything I do, it's my lifestyle to get me to my 300 years.
Praise be to Allah. He also asked what natural remedies to maintain hypertension or to help with hypertension.
That's Sister Denise. All three of them oils.
Right.
I mean, that's the quickest.
Lavender oil is lavender essential oil, Brother Latif, is good to help maintain because it relaxes the arteries, that constriction, so they're not. It helps them to relax so your blood can flow. Just from inhaling lavender essential oil. And then there are a few others go along with that. I also have a book that teaches about those natural remedies.
Yes, she does.
Bring up the link.
Good question, Brother Latif, because Sister Denise got her answer.
Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. I'm trying to find the link.
She ready. Bam. She ready to put that sauce on us. Here you go.
That's right. Let me bring it up right here.
Bam.
On Amazon. You can get that on Amazon. I'll also put the direct link in the comments after the video's over. But it lays it out for you. We're all in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for asking the question.
Yep. Hey, sir.
Right. Yes.
Oh, go ahead. No, what was you ready to say?
What's the book and how can I get it? Okay. Yes, sir. The lavender oil is on my website, and I'll post that as well. But yes, what were you about to say, Brother Sean?
Oh, no. And I mean, a quick science lesson real quick. Brother Latif, great question.
Yes.
So hypertension, high blood pressure, right? That's a side effect of high blood, right? So when you're looking at the high blood pressure, 120 over 80, the 120 is measuring your arteries, the 80 is measuring your heart, right? So if you are breathing like this, quick, erratic, uneven, mouth breathing, chest breathing, your arteries are like this, constricted, because this is stress breathing. So this puts your body under this autonomic nervous system in the stress response, right? It triggers it because you don't feel it. This is because your body thinks you're under stress because you're breathing that way. You're not consciously breathing, right? You're not using your diaphragm. You're not getting a whole inhalation. So when you mouth breathe, there's no benefits because we're not made to mouth breathe. Now, when you inhale through your nose, your body creates nitric oxide because we have those nasal cavities, the maxillary, the frontal, the ethmoid, and the sigmoid. So as we breathe in and that air passes through these sinuses, it creates nitric oxide, which is a dilator, vasodilator that opens up the constricted arteries. If you go to a heart doctor or cardiologist, they will prescribe you nitric oxide to dilate your arteries. If we aren't breathing properly, we aren't creating nitric oxide. So we have the condition of constricted arteries. But if you're inhaling through your nose every breath, you're automatically getting nitric oxide. So your arteries stay dilated. See, you know what I mean? So like the side effects of not doing something how we are created, we feel it. But this world teaches us that it's something else and that we're sick and that it's take this and take that instead of teaching us how to breathe properly. Because nobody is teaching us that. Unless you go to meditation or singing classes, they don't teach you how to use your nobody. How many people know where their diaphragm is or what is it? You just like right. So we can go through our whole life and never take a breath properly. That means you're living in a state of stress. Anything you don't do properly puts your body in a state of stress.
Right.
So you might not eat wrong all the time. You might not drink wrong all the time. You do exercise and move, but if every breath you take is wrong, woo! Man, just think. So I'm 51. In my fifth, and I've been teaching how to breathe. So but I didn't learn how to breathe properly until I was 40. So for the first 40 years of my life, every breath I took was wrong. I thought, and I could never fix myself because when I felt the side effects, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. But the whole time it was the side effects of me breathing wrong because we are aerobic.
Right. Like I was breathing wrong until I met you and learned, Brother Sean.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to, and praise be to Allah. Ain't that so?
Yes, sir.
True story, real quick. Funny story. I had a brother, man. He called me, and he was like, "Man, my lady, she's in the hospital. The doctors, man, they don't know what they talking. They ain't saying nothing. What can I do?" And I said, "Brother, we got to start somewhere. So let's make sure she's doing the things that she's supposed to be doing, like breathing properly." And he got quiet on the phone for a second. He said, "Brother, you mean you want me to go in this hospital room and tell my lady to breathe like this?" Yes. Because if you are in a medical facility, like you already have access to all of the medications and tools and stuff like that, right? So the only, like, it's not an external solution right now, because her body just like is trying to fix itself. But if she isn't doing isn't doing the physical things that her physical body needs to be healthy and repair itself, maybe that's why she's where she's at. You feel, you know what I mean? But
Right.
and he was just like incredulous. He was like, bruh. And I wish I could see his face. I know it's like, because I could hear it in his voice, like, nigga, you want me going in? And I'm like, man. And he never called me again. He never called me again.
Wow.
I don't know if he, but he never called. He never sought my advice again. But it is. I do know what I'm talking about.
Through the nose, in and out through the nose.
Yes. In and out, because on the other end of the hypertension, high blood pressure is, you get the side effects in your digestive system and your reproductive system. They become interfered with. So when we exhale through the nose, right? When we exhale through the nose, right here on the brainstem, we have something called the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve. And it extends from the brainstem all the way down to our reproductive organs. Vagus means to wander. And when we exhale through our nose, it activates the vagus nerve, and it calms the heart, it calms the digestive system, it calms the reproductive system, it calms all of the internal organs and allows you to be in control. So if you're hungry, if you're sexually aroused, if you're going through something that is disturbing or creating an imbalance in your internal organs, the vagus nerve is responsible for calming these.
Wow.
The 10th cranial nerve. And we know the 10 is the X factor. Listen,
right.
And all you have to do is exhale through your nose. Look up how to innervate your vagus nerve. It will say to hum, because it's on the brainstem. Mm-hmm. It will say the number one is to exhale through the nose, to hum or to say. And you can gain control of your body, bro. Oh, praise God.
And didn't even have to eat anything, drink anything, no sea moss, no
alkaline water, none of that. You ain't spending no money, none of that.
Nothing.
100% organic, non-GMO.
Right. Controlled breathing. Yes.
Yep. It's exercise. The same way we exercise and create that muscle memory with bodybuilding and building our external muscles, our limbs, it's easy because we can see these. But once we learn our anatomy, now we can understand how we can control the parts we can't see. And that's now we're living. Now we are living.
Abundant life.
Yes.
All right, family. Y'all got the special Savior's Day edition of the Health.
Yeah, praise be to Allah. Happy Savior's Day.
Happy Savior's Day.
The minister moved the apostrophe, and some of those other groups, like Brother Silas and I don't know a bunch of the other ones, but I know that one of their arguments is that he changed the teachings by moving the apostrophe from singular to plural. All he did was say it's our mission, man.
Right.
It's our savior. We in the neighborhoods. They can't see Master Prophet Muhammad. They can see us though.
That's right.
Okay. Happy
Praise
Savior's
be to the
Day.
Lord. Happy Savior's Day, family. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in. We love the interactions, the questions, the comments. We appreciate you. And share this video out so those on your friends list and whoever sees this can watch it on the replay. That's right. Savior's Day, us. Happy Savior's Day. He added us all and have the duty to us all to be saviors. That's right. Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. Any last comments, Brother Sean?
Oh man, we just
Close
appreciate
us
you,
out.
family. The newcomers and the old comers, man. We appreciate you. You know, we just gonna keep it up. We just gonna keep out and we invite you, man. Just come on back. Like Sister said, share. You know, don't
Sharing.
keep us a secret.
Right.
don't, don't keep us a secret, man. You know.
Yes, we'll be back inshallah next Thursday at we usually go on at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So
Yeah.
that'll be our time, but we're here. All right. Well, alaikum salam, Sister Gina Tay. Thank you for tuning in. All right, family. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And happy Savior's Day.